Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Dailymotion, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Sunday, February 8th, 2015, 7:44 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. The snow is basically ended, got maybe 2 to 4 inches in the area. It's a low in the action today. Most of the day is going to be snow-free, maybe some little snowflakes, maybe some breaks in the overcast. But tonight, the snow fills in and ramps up. Tomorrow's going to be a nasty day. When it's all said and done, some places will get 20 inches of snow, nowhere to put it, and maybe another round of snow on Thursday and Friday. Then the bitter cold air follows. Can't take much of the snow, but it's winter. Some news to report: the Boston Bruins beat the New York Islanders by the score of 2-1 last night, and the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Boston Celtics by the score of 96-93. The UMass Minuteman hockey team beat the UMass Lowell Riverhawks by the score of 5-2 last night. Tonight's Grammy Awards on CBS, and New Orleans Pelican star Antonio Davis hurt his shoulder last night, and he's day to day, like Charlie Steiner used to say on SportsCenter. Aren't we all? That's about it on that. My next subject is my continuation of the top 10 everything. I've reached the top 10 classic TV sitcom reruns that Antenna TV should air in the near future. Acquire the rights to these top 10 classic sitcoms. Antenna TV's an over-the-air digital cable on the digital television network specializing in classic TV sitcoms. It's been on the air since January 2011. It's in Boston on WBIN 50.2 and 288 on most Comcast systems in Eastern New England. It's branded as WBIN Classic in the area. And here are the top 10 sitcoms that Antenna TV should acquire the rights to and show in the near future. Number 10 on the list is The Wonder Years, starring Fred Savage, Jason Harvey, Dan Lawler, Allie Mills, and Dana McKinnon, which aired from 1988 through 1993 on ABC. The Wonder Years was a look at the 60s by Kevin Arnold, and the narrator for the show was Daniel Stern. Pretty good sitcom. Reruns of this haven't been on the air for many years because of so many music license issues, but that's been squared away. And I think and it's owned by 20th Century Fox, The Wonder Years, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Wonder Years reruns show up in Antenna TV in the near future. Number 9 is the classic television sitcom Kate and Allie that lasted from 1984 through 1989 on CBS. Kate and Allie starred Susan St. James and Jane Curtin as two divorced women living together along with the children. These reruns were shown on the Retro Television Network many years ago, and I wouldn't be surprised if Antenna TV shows reruns of Kate and Allie in the near future. Number 8 on this list is Out of This World, the classic syndicated sitcom that ran from 1987 through 1991, starring Donna Pascal and Maureen Flanagan and Burt Reynolds as the voice of Troy. And this was about like an alien marrying a citizen of the United States, and their baby's half alien. Number 7 on this list of the classic TV sitcoms that Antenna TV should air rerun rights to: Amen, which lasted 1986 through 1991 on NBC, starring Sherman Hemsley and Clifton Davis, about like a ministry and stuff. Very funny show, and reruns of Amen were shown years ago on the Retro Television Network. Number 6 is Webster, that lasted from 1983 through 1989 on ABC and syndication, starring Alex Karras and Susan Clark and Emmanuel Lewis it's about like a couple adopting an African American child. And I told you about the series yesterday. Wouldn't be surprised if antenna TV shows classic reruns of Webster in the near future. Number 5 on this list is Punky Brewster. Punky Brewster ran from 1984 through 1988 on NBC and syndication. Punky Brewster starred like Soleil Moon Frye and George Gavins. It's about an elderly man who's a photographer. He adopts an 8-year-old girl that he sees in an apartment building that he owns. It's funny. Punky Brewster. It's owned by Sony Pictures, the show distributor. So a lot of classic TV sitcoms owned by Sony are on antenna TV. So I wouldn't be surprised if Punky Brewster reruns show up in the near future. Number 4 on this list is Charles in Charge, which lasted from 1984 through 1990 on CBS in syndication, starring Scott Bell and Willie Ames and Nicole Eggert. Was a very long-running series. Charles in Charge. Wouldn't be surprised if Antenna TV acquires the reruns rights to it in the near future. Number 3 on this list is 227, that lasted from 1985 through 1990, starring Marla Gibbs and Hal Williams Jr. and Jack A. Hardy. It's a classic. It's a sitcom based in Washington, D.C. Apartment building, very funny. Jackie Harry was really the star of the show, and they were going to spin off her character into her own sitcom, but it flopped. The pilot episode was a backdoor pilot on 227. It kind of flopped. Reruns of 227 are shown on BET and Centric, and probably would not be surprised if it shows up on antenna TV in the near future, because 227 was owned by Sony Pictures Television, and there's a lot of Sony Pictures television shows on antenna TV. Number 2 on this list is Alf. Alf lasted from 1986 through 1990. It was an alien coming to a family, the Tanners, starring Max Wright and Ann Sherrod and Andrea Elson and Benji Gregory. Very funny show Alf was, and hopefully antenna TV shows reruns of Alf in the near future. And number 1 on this list of classic TV sitcoms that antenna TV should own the reruns rights to in the near future to air it, Who's the Boss, from 1984 through 1992, which ran on ABC, starring Tony Danza and Judith Blythe and Alyssa Milano and Catherine Melton. Very funny show about a housekeeper in a New England town, and he falls for Angela. And that's about it on that. And I'll be back later. Facebook, YouTube, Dailymotion, Twitter, 2 more video blogs. The first video blog will be about football withdrawals, what people are going to be doing the next 26 weeks before football starts again. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about Barry Bonds, former Major League Baseball player and the home run king in Major League Baseball history. See you later. Today, Facebook, YouTube, Dailymotion, Twitter. Survive the snow.